Leslie Smith, and I'm president of the Pacific Northwest Basketball Officials Association. And we're here training at the PNBOA Academy. We're here to train officials in our association to be the best officials in the Pacific Northwest. So let's get started.
very conscious of is when the shot goes up, everybody's moving. There is no need for you to move.
Yeah.
So if you have a good position, stay there. I got a foul. Now that gives me a chance because the whistle stopped, right? Gives me a chance to look at everything. Remember, color, number, foul, consequence. But if I do this and I'm moving, what's the first thing I do? I lose my shooter. Or I'm doing this. Just stay still. Okay? Work on that. We're good to go.
You gotta teach them, gotta watch your cameraman.
Those are your guys. Matt and Matt, right?
Or you can just call me Matthew and then Matt.
Okay.
Make it easier,
Well,
Matthew.
I'll just say Matt. So, the biggest thing I want you to be aware of is when you're going to have a foul and you switch, just go to the spot that's empty.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Yeah.
That's
So,
the cheat way to start.
yeah. Because your partners are going to, right?
I'm trying to think table side switch everything first. And
Keep in mind that when you call a foul, you're always going to go table side. Always. So, if you watch your head. If you call a foul, right, and you're at table already, you're not gonna move. If you call a foul opposite table, somebody's moving. Okay? Usually it's opposite. It always go opposite. So just keep that in mind. And if you get confused or not know, just go to an empty spot. Your partners will help you.
You know why that helps double roll? Is number one, you don't have to think too deeply when you're still learning positioning. And number two, it really helps you to learn to communicate and make eye contact with your partners. And that's something that you've got to develop anyway, so it's a win-win, right?
So the other thing I want to talk about.
Can you move to a less dangerous place, please?
I'm fine. I got you guys involved. Okay, the other thing I want you guys, there was a few times, right, where we had a successful challenge of the play. By that I mean a guy goes up for a shot, we go to block it, he gets the rebound, we go to block it, but the ball never left his hand. In that case, we have to avoid it getting worse. So if I go up for a shot and it's a successful challenge, meaning I block it, then we either have a jump ball, or if the ball is loose, we see the whole play. There's been a few times right here where we had successful challenges where the ball was held, we had no whistle. That leads to problems later on in the game. Because as officials, if we don't take care of it, they will. And that's the last thing we need. So successful challenges, we want to make sure that we see the whole play and put a whistle in if we need to put a whistle in. The other thing I mentioned that is key is never rotate out of a good position. A lot of times we did that. So if we're here, we're here as lead, right? We're here, right? We have this right here. But I also have this right here. Right. Not by doing this, but by simply doing that. See, I'm not moving. Now, if the play is over there, we have two choices. We need to move over there to help officiate it, or trust that our partner will get it. Because that's just too far for us to be worried about. We got here, we got here. So don't be moving. As the trail, we'll come back to the trail. Once we get to the 28-foot mark, we want to have to get the right angle, right? So if the play is curling out, we always want to go opposite to maintain that look. The 28-foot mark is our starting point. It doesn't mean we stay there. So as the play's rotating, in or out, we kind of do work the circles, what they call it. So if the play's, we want to get the good angle, right? So we stay with the play. We don't look for the lead to pick it up if it starts in our primary. We don't look for that. Because chances are, if the lead is here watching this, you have the play. It gets really tight in here. Right? So if the play originated out there, then we stay with it from there to the basket. Because we have to ask this question. If I'm the lead, the play starts there, what's my concern in here?
Secondary defender.
Secondary defender. Right? That's what we're worried about. If it's over there and we're not there, don't worry about it. So setting up his lead. Set up wide. Right? Remember, see I'm at an angle. Set up wide, I'm just doing this. Right? Not doing this. Just doing this. Right? As the play shifts, we come down. Stay here. You see a lot of stuff from here. If we find ourselves in what we call close down, generally speaking, when we get the close down, excuse me, that's an indication that we are going to go across. Okay. Now, can you officiate from here? Absolutely. But for the most part, when we're in close down, that means we're getting ready to go across the key. We do not want to start close down from here. We're not going to make it. I don't care how fast you go. You're going to miss something.
That's important. Got that close down. That's important.
Yeah, that's important.
That's key.
Yeah.
Because if I go past here, then they're assuming I'm.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
good.
So now, the other thing, and I think I've mentioned it, I think Joe's mentioned it, as a crew, the one thing I'm going to challenge us to do is we have to color, number, foul, consequence. See how long that took me to get through that? Because what we're doing is we're blowing a whistle and then we're moving. A lot of A lot of things happen to our detriment if we call a foul while moving.
Matt, you did a really good job of staying still those
Yeah.
last 2 fouls.
So we want to focus. You started getting it. I mean, Joe had one, you had one, and then you and I were talking over there, but you finally started to get it. What I want us to do is have it become second nature. I don't even think about it. It just happens naturally. Because it's key. If we don't have good communication as a crew, then things happen where the ball's put in play while we're calling a foul. Or our partner's talking to the coach, the next thing you know, the ball's running down the court. Going down the court. So just take your time. Once that whistle blows, everything stops. Everything stops. Question. So it goes both ways. Any question? No question? Okay, so nice
I got
job.
a question. Actually, didn't we call it T? We called it T in the first half, and it was just like
Okay,
2
so
points and their ball for no shot.
okay, yeah. So let's talk about that for a second. A tactical foul for officials. First of all, it's emotional. We have to take the emotion out because if we allow that to consumers have as an official, we just have no control. So the first thing when an official calls a tactical foul, our partners, being good partners, we need to go over there and check in with them. Okay, what do you got? Who is it on? Where's the ball? Who's the shooter? All those things. Even though you may know that as an official, then we have to come and still check in. We just don't stand there and watch. But when we do that, we don't get in the huddle. We make sure we can keep an eye on the players too. Okay? Once you understand what's going on, we go and administer. Remember, once the whistle blows, nothing starts until we say so. So when we have a technical foul, we have to make sure that we understand what was called and what we're going to do. As far as in explanation, here's one thing we don't do. If I call a technical foul and the coach asks you what was it for, your response should be what? It should be, I'll explain it. Because we don't want to explain each other's call. So if I call a technical foul and it goes, what do you call it? Why do you call it a technical foul? Coach, you'll be able to explain it. Because the moment we get into a situation where we try to explain what you called, now he irritates me, and now we team up again and gone. That's why it's emotional. We have to take our time, know what we have, what we're doing, and move on from there.
What I really didn't understand, I'm sorry to interrupt, was the consequence. I didn't understand the consequence.
Okay, so in the rules here, right? A technical foul is house rule. 2 points automatic, and the ball out of bounds.
But should the C or the other one be concerned about why the reason? He asked, or like he was saying, he was confused about the reason. But if he wasn't the one issuing the technical, should he be concerned about that?
Well, that's we need to give information to our partners.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Huddle up, say it, and then after
they
that,
don't need to be concerned, but the expectation is that okay, you're gonna let us know what's going on.
technical foul, huddle, administer.
No. Technical foul, right? Whatever the reason is,
Yep.
right? And then if we need to have explanation, we will. Okay?
Somebody saying this technical foul, get away.
Get away.
Yeah.
2 of the 3 of you need to get together. The third one can watch the players, but 2 of you have got to talk.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And now the other thing too is keep in mind that if we find ourselves more focused on what's going outside the court than inside the court, that's a problem. Because the moment I am worried about what this person's saying and what that person's saying, if I'm a smart player, guess what? That's open season. This guy just dropped 50 points on me. Now I know you're an official. You come on like that, I'm wearing them out. Guarantee. Our focus is right here. They can say what they need to say, and we can take care of them at some other time.
The players, yeah.
Yeah, but we need to do that. And when I mentioned to you about not going to the bench, that's just a major. We don't go over there. You know, that's why, because if something happens, let's say like I'm going to look for the player's number and I'm in like this, right? Man, your word against their word. They may not have said nothing, but they say something, and then out here, you get evaluated or something like that, you went into their layer. So we said out here, if somebody says something, The whole building hears it.
You gotta make them earn that second one.
Make them earn it. Because if they earn the second one, guess what? They're getting shipped.
And it shouldn't be by the same official. Hopefully one of your partners will get the second.
But if you're out here, then the partners can help you. If you're standing in here, they have no clue. What do you mean? Yeah, exactly. And trust me, coaches are savvy, players are savvy. So if we go in there and say something, our partners can't help us.
No.
Okay. Question? You had a question?
No.
Oh, okay. Nothing? All right.
It's great to get technical fouls in this situation. You've got people like this giving you answers right away, right? And this is the perfect place to have things like that happen to you. Running up and down the floor when nothing happens in the game, what kind of camp is that? That's the kind of stuff you learn from.
Earn your money.
Well, and you learn from it, you know?
So the second part of this is you see the player on the bench, correct? So what else happens there?
What else happens there?
Yeah.
What else happens there?
I'm asking you.
Technical coach.
Oh yeah! Did you recognize that the coach gets an indirect technical also?
That I don't know. I was just so after he said what he said, I explained it to the coach. Then I went over and did my administering to the table. Then I got my partners together. Then we were back in session. Then everything, for some reason, everything just stopped. People following the game, but it was actually pretty simple. Actually, technical, hey coach, taunting. Then we're back to inline. But for some reason, it was just there were like 3 minutes of just like, what's going on? But I thought it was simple. Taunting, told the coach, okay.
But I don't think you're understanding what I'm asking. The player got the tee. Who else gets consequence?
He said the coach,
Okay.
but indirect.
So you report that to the table.
But did you tell anybody or did you even think about that?
I was concerned about the player.
Okay. All right, never mind. All right. So look that up.
Well, what's the answer?
Look it up.
Where?
I've already given you an answer twice.
Well, but I was listening to, Rule 10. Okay.
Look it up.
I'll look it up. But I just was listening to you more than just trying to tell me the answer.
So I've given you the answer twice.
No, but I was,
The guy, you teed them, and then you need to tell the coach. Also indirect to the coach.
oh, but yeah, I thought you were just talking and then he said it. But that's why I was confused. I wasn't trying to not answer you. I just was listening.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Drive home safely.
Thank you.
Drive home safely. Are you okay?